Did you know that before barns, they called barn owls owls? I'm going to hit you with a delicious guide on how to kill Yama, the new boss, with absolute garbage gear. So first off, crap gear. This is like maybe 140 mil worth of gear. The key piece is the purging staff. This is essential. Everything else, like if you have better gear, wear it, obviously. In the inventory, you need a melee weapon. You could use a ham joint. You could literally punch. It doesn't matter. But bring a melee weapon of some sort. D-Simi, whip, Emberlight. I'll show you a max setup at the end of the video. This guide will be aimed at the ironmen who aren't geared up yet, basically. I just threw together some random gear. Ignore the saturated heart because you definitely don't have that as an ironman. Probably. And yeah, you need 5 restores. 2 of them need to be sand fuse, basically, because you will get poisoned. If you don't have sand fuse, bring a anti-poison of some sort. We're going to go in. I'm going to explain everything as I do it, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two. This is going to be a solo guide. You can essentially replicate this in a duo. Duo guide coming soon, TM. Subscribe and like if you want to feed my dog. So I'm going to start off. The biggest thing you need is the Mark of Darkness spell. If you want to look at the runes, that's what we got cooking. But yeah, Mark of Darkness. I'm going to summon a Thrall. I'm going to hit that. We're going to start the boss. So based on what the glyphs are at the start here, red glyph means prey range. Boom. Now, it does 1 attack, and then it does its spec. When it does the spec, you click on the glyph. I'm going to make my way over to the other glyph. See the fire on my body here? Look, it's going to happen again. Fire. That means I'm going to get hit with a mage attack in 2 ticks. So you have 2 tick window to react. If there's a smoke thing on me... Okay, I got poison, so I'm going to cure that. Here we go. Boom. When it specs, you step on the glyph. Watch it back if you need to learn anything there. So now it's range attack. It does a bunch of range attacks, and that's all there is. We're killing the boss. We're going. Get close to the next glyph. We see these fire attacks. Get out of the way. Fire attack happens. Click on the glyph. Make our way over to the next one. I saw the fire on my body, so I pray mage. So how's your day going? We're doing a little bit of Yama. We're just yammering on. Do you say Yama or Yama? Okay. When you have these, I'm going to click here when it's on that tile, and you'll run through it. Again, click to watch it back. For the easy guide here, we're going to kill these. So, first attack is regular, second attack is spec. The special attack, read up on it. Avoid that. The special attack, you can read up on it, but also... Man, this takes forever in bad gear. But also, the spec will instantly let me attack again afterwards. So it's just nice to have that. Boom. We are dodging everything right now. We are clean with it. Really enjoying Yama. I'll give some thoughts in here as well. So just watch back, and we basically just keep going. Actually, we're not giving thoughts. We've just been sent to the agility course. So we're going to jump on these. 2, 3, 4. I go to the 4th wave. I hit it once with my mage. And then I come in with my melee weapon. Simple as that. See how it's praying? You have to hit it with the opposite style. I would use Death Charge here if I was using a spec weapon. I'm not really using a spec weapon. You could also SGS this for some health back. Blowpipe won't work, it's praying range. So, very simple. Okay, I'm going to spec it at the start of this next phase with an Accursed Scepter, which will lower its defense a tad. Doesn't really change much. Okay, so it's a fire glyph, meaning I play range. Now, here's the world attack. When you see the world attack, you spam click the glyph. All of the fire glyphs on the second phase are the getting the planet dropped on your ass, the predator missile, tac nuke, whatever you want to call it. Get myself close to the next glyph. There we go. We see this come out, which means I will run through it, and then I step on the glyph. So same thing. I'm going to click 2 tiles when I see it on that tile. That's how you run through stuff. So you check the diagonal. So there's my diagonal. And when I see it's on there, I will click to run through it. So getting close to the glyph, because the next attack will be this bad boy. Spam clicking the center of the thingy. Now we're on Mage Prey. We just did a Mage glyph, which means we're doing a Mage Prey. And I'm enjoying the boss so far. There will be some changes. If there's any changes to this method, I will put them in the description, so feel free to read that. Alright, we phased the boss. Had enough DPS where we didn't need to worry about the jellies that it spawned. Alright, I'm going to take a little weird shortcut here to jump around these fireballs. So that's very basic. I haven't explained that agility shortcut because you're just jumping and trying to avoid damage. So I will now show you an advanced method. If you are under the boss, when it attacks you, it will hit itself. Look at that. So it's going to hit itself right here, 25. That's 17 damage. That wasn't me. And then I'll, okay. Final phase. I'm going to go into overhead camera mode. I'm going to watch what prayers I need to switch, and I'm going to stand on my marked tile. As a mage, this is going to be a range. So it alternates attacks. Darkness. It alternates attacks. So I know the next one's going to be mage. You'll see the fire on my body there. So when I see these things here, I'm going to click to run through. I'm going to take a range hit there. Mage attack. I see the mage attack. I now go to range. Now, to dodge these, look at the bow tie that it draws on the ground. And you're just dodging. So I spec'd both of those voids. When you spec them, you can instantly attack again, as I mentioned earlier. So that's good. Okay, so again, I'm going to run through when I see it on those tiles. And if I do that, as I just did, I dodge a lot of the skulls. And I stood there and took a couple of them like a man, though. Alternating prayers, running through the thing. Watch this all back if you need to see exactly what I did. I'm in really bad gear to draw this out and show you that it's, you know, feasible. It's all mechanical. So you go one up, you go diagonal, either north, east, or southwest, and then one across. Just keep an eye on your prayers. You'll get hit for 30s if you don't do anything with your prayers. We're locked in right now, boys. I think it's going to be a range attack. Yep. Spec. Back on the boss. So, same thing applies in a duo. All of this. This will not take nearly as long in a duo. But in a solo, you'll have a lot of phases. And it's almost dead. I took a bit of damage there because, you know how it is. It's gone! And this is when we get a drop for the video. Dude, I look like Duriel, but like futuristic. Oh, we did get a drop! Let's go! Did you hear the jingle? That's sick. Alright, so the dossier could contain a very expensive contract of some sort, or it could be literal garbage. Let's see what it is. Contract of sensory clouding. This is one that gives a purifying sigil. So these are the contracts if you don't know them. Yeah, they give you stuff. If you complete the contract, it's going to say like attacks are all faster, they all do more damage, or the glyphs don't do as much damage, or this or that. I'm going to make another video where I predict the contracts just for fun. Kind of predict what I see. Like, I'm going to give all my Yama thoughts, my Yamas, and then we're going to predict, basically, what are the contracts going to look like. I don't know. So subscribe if you are interested in that kind of stuff. I do a lot of videos like that where I just ramble. So I'm going to sell this. I don't know what it's worth. It says it's worth 4 mil. So this is why we're doing this. That kill was 7 minutes and 9 seconds in awful gear. So kind of fun. kind of fun. So I'm going to bank all of this and put on my actual gear for a mage only setup. This is actual max gear for it. Let's bring all this out. I could probably fit another anglerfish. No, we're good. So that's what the actual gear setup would look like if you were in max. The only other thing you could bring is an SGS, so I'll put that in Ceradolman Godsword. This is what I would recommend for a max setup, and you can downgrade whatever you want as needed. If you don't have a Magus ring, you can use a Seer's ring. If you don't have a Seer's ring, you can use a Ring of Shadows. That has 5. You want accuracy, basically. And then if you really want, you could go to a Light Bear, something like that. But the non-negotiable is the Purging Staff. Everything else, do whatever you want, and just get good at the mechanics of it. So, appreciate you watching. Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a dribble blibble flop. You know what I'm talking about?